Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back. My name is Lily. Today we will be going through our debt update for April 2025. I'm recording this later than usual. It's about 11 o'clock at night. I'm usually in the bed, but I wanted to stay accountable and I wanted to get this out to you and let you know what the numbers are. I'm still adjusting to the part-time job at the grocery store. It's going well, but when you're doing the shopping, you just have to get used to the store and knowing where everything is and where to go to get it. So that can be frustrating, but I'm still adjusting and we're moving through it. We're getting through it. So I was a little bit tired, had to take a nap earlier, but we're going to get this done. So our debt update for as of April 2025. So as you know, or if you don't know, I have paid off all of my credit cards. I have added those into the HELOC. I'll let you know what the HELOC is. So everything has a zero balance. So all of the seven, I think earlier in my video, I said I have 5 American Express. I actually have 7. So all of these are still open, but they have a zero balance. The Chase credit cards, I did close one. I think it's Chase number 3, which is closed. So I have a total of 4. The other 2 credit cards I did close was retail cards, Kohl's and TJ Maxx. So those are closed. And I have 1 working credit card. That working credit card is my BOA, Bank of America. That's the card that I use to pay all of the bills that I can pay with the credit card. So it did have a minimum balance, but no, it didn't even have a minimum balance. But because I pay it off monthly, it's nothing that carries over. So I don't calculate that into the debt because it does not carry over. But I do calculate it into my budget. What was due only for that Bank of America was like $670.33, but it was due on the 3rd of April and I paid it. Next, on to our mortgage. Our mortgage is always due on the 1st of the month. Okay, and the minimum payment is $741.12. The current balance now for our mortgage, we are at $89,465.11. And then for loan one is in loan two are both home repair loans that I had taken out. Loan 1 is due on the 13th of the month. And the minimum balance is $650.38. The minimum payment, but the balance for loan 1 is now at $38,529.42. Okay, and that loan is at 9.9%. I'll write it here. Okay. And then for loan two is always due on the 22nd. The minimum payment is $464.23, and the current balance is $32,897.08. Okay, and that balance or interest rate, it is at an interest rate of 6.99%. But it's still amortized. So the way that it's calculated, I'm not making a dent into this at all. What I do pay when this minimum balance is due, I always round up. So I always pay $500 on this every month. And then on loan 1, what I have been doing is paying extra to this. So instead of paying $700, which I usually round it up to $700, I'll pay $2,700. I wanted to pay a little bit extra to start chunking down that balance. So it has been doing some help. It has been helping a lot, because just last month it was at 40,000, so it came down pretty good. So it's been 2 months that I have sent in 2,700 instead of 700 for loan one. So it's helping. But what I'm projecting to do as I work more hours and I'm able to pay that HELOC down, I will be able to pay this down a lot faster, but we will see. Now on to the HELOC. The HELOC is always due, which is the home equity line of credit. The HELOC is due on the 28th of every month. So this month, the HELOC, the minimum payment is $276.68. Okay. And the current balance on that HELOC is $18,445.06. So it did go up from last month, but loan one went down from last month. And with the HELOC, it is at a 7% interest. It has not went down at all since the 1st of January. The last 3 months of 2024, it was going down gradually. I think I was at 8%, then it went down to like 7.75, then 750, and then 700. But all this year, it has not moved at all. So we're still at 7% for the HELOC. My limit on that HELOC, which I can borrow up to $50,000, but I don't do that because I don't want it to affect my credit. So I always leave some open. So as of now, the balance that I have on the HELOC is the $18,445.06. And what is available for that HELOC is, I'll put it right here. What is left or available is $31,554.94. Okay. So that's what's available on the HELOC. So I could, if I needed to, borrow up to this amount because I already have that balance of 18. But we're going to try to keep it under 25,000 the most. So I will only borrow at the most half of that HELOC because I don't want it to get too high, because we want to keep it at a reasonable amount to pay it down just in case some things change. So I want to stay flexible with that. So as of now, let's go over our numbers. So like I said, no balance for the American Express credit cards, no balance for the Chase credit cards, and no balance for these as well. We do have our working credit card, but that will never carry over. And then the total balance, what we have for, I'll fill these in. I'll just put it over here. So let's do this. So what's due, and I don't want to get that number mixed up. So what is our final debt update as of now? So as of now, we have the mortgage at $89,465.11 plus $38,529.42 plus $32,897.08 plus the HELOC at $18,445.06. Right? So we have a grand total for our current debt at $179,336.67. Okay, so that is our grand total for our debt update for April, which is good. I'll let you see the numbers that were in March, so it actually went down. So I'm excited about that. So let's see. Okay, so for last month in March, I'll let you see. Okay, so last month in March, for our debt update, our numbers were a little bit higher. So let's see. So for our mortgage, we were at 89,983.91, and we came down a little, 89,465.11. For that loan one, like I said, this is the one that I'm making an extra $2,000 payment to, so it did come down substantially. It was at 49,1131, and now it's at 38,529.42. And then loan two, it didn't come down. Well, it came down a little bit. Last month in March, it was 33,194.81, and now we're at 32,897.08. And then for the HELOC, you see that there's a difference. So the payment went up, of course, because there's much more of a balance. And the balance did go up as well. But because of the interest rate and it's not calculated as an amortized loan, it still helps out. And you see how it helped out because this final grand total is a lot less. But all I did was just transfer that money from loan one to the HELOC at a lower interest rate. So it helped out. So last month, my minimum payment was $251.22. And now this month it was $276.68. And last month the balance was $17,548.24. And now we have $18,445.06. So let's see what the difference is from last month to this month. Okay, so from last month, 638.27. Oh, no, 18. Nope, that was right. 638.27 minus 179,336.67. Okay, so we made a difference in $2,000, $301.60. So we're coming down. We're making some progress. I'm happy about that.